Welcome to Drola's Garage. Today I'm going to be working on the Boxster. I'm going to change the drop links for the sway bars, and I got to change that front strut there, and I got to deal with the radio. So stay tuned. I'm filming this after the fact because I forgot to film an intro to the video. So now when I'm going through it, looking at it, I realized I didn't do this part. So anyway, that's what's going on. Stay tuned. First order of business, drop links. I ordered 4 new drop links, front and rear. Not that you can really see them through this bag, but anyway, 4 new drop links. So all of those are going to get installed. Hopefully that'll resolve the clunking situation. This strut on this side here, this one, front driver's side, is completely blown. All of the oil has leaked out. Fortunately, I have more on the blue car. It has both sides on the front. So I'm gonna take off the driver's side front, which is dry on that car, it's not blown, and replace it. The third order of business is that damn radio. That being said, I was doing some research on the radio on these cars. So it turns out up to 02, even if you have the Bose, for some reason it connects much easier to an aftermarket radio. 04 up also connects much easier to an aftermarket radio. 03 is not compatible. So unless I'm gonna rewire the whole thing and run new speaker wires and bypass the amp and all of that stuff, it's gonna stay the way it is. Factory radio is gonna stay in the car. You know, it works-ish sometimes, but for the small amount of margin that I have on this car, I'm not gonna start, doing more work. Again, I can keep working on this car, every day for I don't know how long, doing different things to it, but at the end of the day, it's not going to net me any more if I put more work into it. I think the car has a set value already. That's what it's gonna be. Radio working or not working, whatever else working or not working, that's what it's worth. So I'm just gonna leave the radio alone and get the car up in the air and start working on those drop links. And then I have to go to the other car and take the shock off, but it's like 150 degrees outside. And so I'm not going out there anytime soon. I'll wait till the sun goes down a little bit and I have maybe, hopefully, a little bit of shade, and then I'll go out there. Got the first one on. This is the passenger side rear, right rear. The old one is here. It could, listen, they needed to be changed. This one is not as loose as the front ones, but anyway. On to the next one over here. Number 2 done. This one gave me a little bit of a hard time. The thread on the top one here, I don't know, the nut didn't want to go on too well, so I had to get the tap and die and clean the thread and chase it, and so it's good, but it came out clean. Nice and tight. Good and tight. Now the front one. This is the passenger side front. And this one is definitely making noise, as you can hear. Let's get that baby changed. And there we have the passenger side front. Now, I'm not showing how to do this because there's really not much to show. You got a nut here, you got a nut up there on the back side of that. You take one out, you take the other one out, pops in, put the nuts back. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, so there's no need to go into details here. On this side, however, you can see I have a blown shock. You see all that oil everywhere. So I'm gonna go grab the one from the other car and put it here. And this is the car that just keeps on giving. I mean, as much as I want to get rid of this thing, I can't, because it just keeps giving parts. I mean, look at that perfectly good strut for the front. I can just take this one off, put it on the other car. I don't even have to mess with it. I don't have to take anything apart. All I have to do is take out those 3 nuts right there and just walk to the other car and put them over there. This car, I'm telling you, it just keeps giving parts. I got someone to come and take the top, you know? It's unreal. As much as I want to get rid of it, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. After a little bit of fighting, this strut finally came out. The one on the blue car came out real easy because there's no fender, there's nothing in the way. I could just unbolt the bolts and just pull it out. This one was a different story. So as you can see, one is covered in oil and the other one is not. So yeah, this one is shot. I mean, look at that. So I'm gonna slap this one on, and it should be it. Fortunately, I marked where these screws were here, the 3 bolts on the top, and they were all pretty much in the middle of the slots. So I'm just gonna put them the same. I did mark them, so I'm gonna put them back, and hopefully that will be it. Then I gotta get the car on the ground and go take it for a drive. I still have one drop link to put, which is this one. And I hope, fingers crossed, that it rides nice and quiet. And that's a wrap on the strut link install. You see that one's nice and dry. So that's it. I now have to do the top. I gotta put the car down and get in there and put those top nuts on. And then I can put the wheels on and go take it for a drive. It's kind of almost dark outside, so I gotta hurry up. I mean, the car has lights, so it's not a really big deal, but that's it. It's done. Like I had mentioned, I marked where the bolts were, as you can see. So now, I don't know if there's not really enough light there. All I have to do is just line them up here, here, and here, and put the nuts on, and that's it. Done. And done. And voila. So I'm gonna go for a quick drive now around the block. I'm anxious to see if this thing is gonna be clunking like crazy or not. I suspect not. Right, Piggy? You wanna go for a quick ride? She's ignoring me, you know why? Because it's getting dark outside and she wants to go home. She wants to swim. So she ignores me, she gives me side eye. Look at that, side eye. As far as the radio goes, like I had mentioned, the 03, I guess, you know, Boxsters, probably, I don't know if 996s, but anyway, the 03 Boxsters, the radio and the whole amplifier thing, when they have the Bose system in it, isn't quite compatible with any of the other, you know, aftermarket. It's just a lot more complicated. I did get a couple of people who told me, hey man, you know, those knobs look like crap. So I went on eBay and I bought some new knobs. And with that, voila. So sometimes this radio works. Let me turn the key on. Sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. I don't know, I'm kind of getting tired of messing with it. Okay, let's see. Picked up the station. No sound. Like I said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Kind of has a mind of its own. But, you know, I gotta draw the line somewhere. That is not a battle I'm really all that interested in fighting. Actually, the screen doesn't look, I mean, I'm seeing on the phone here, the screen looks bad, but it doesn't look too bad. I guess maybe it's glare, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, it looks fine in person. So that's it. I'm gonna leave it like that. I went for a little ride around the block, and the clunking in the front is gone. The back still has like a little bit. I don't know where it's coming from. Obviously, it's not the drop links because I've replaced them. There's got to be something else back there. Might be the sway bar bushings, strut mount. I don't know. It's not really bad though. I mean, it's hardly even noticeable. So I'm gonna leave it alone. Like I said, at some point I have to draw the line with this car as far as how much more work I'm gonna put into it. It just at some point, that's it. You know what I mean? The car is worth what it's worth. It's not gonna be worth any more if I just keep putting time and effort and money into the car. Not that I put that much money into it, because fortunately I have a lot of the parts and I do all the work myself, so it doesn't really cost me much. But there's a lot of other things that are not getting done because I keep working on this car. So that's it. What's left to do on this car is to give it a good cleaning, and that's about it. The inside mainly. I haven't even cleaned the inside since I got the car. It's not too bad. Actually, yeah, I did vacuum it. So anyway, I need to vacuum it again. When I had the seats out, that's right, I did vacuum it. I forgot about that. But the interior looks pretty good. So, you know, the AC works, the top works, all the lights work. I think I've pretty much gone through the car and fixed, I would guess, the majority of the bugs on the car. I mean, it runs and drives just fine. I've had it on the highway at, you know, reasonably high rate of speed. I won't say how much, but, you know, there's 3 numbers involved, and it was fine. I did give the bonnet here a wet sand and buff, and it definitely looks 100 times better than it did before. As you can see, the reflections, right, pig? You can see that. The back also here. This section here still has some, I don't know if it's fading or what. I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it like that. This part here also had a little bit of fading, and it's definitely a lot better. The whole deck lid or trunk lid or whatever you want to call that also was kind of, you know, kind of rough looking. And this too, this was looking pretty rough. And it's not, yeah, it's not great, but it's 100 times better than it was. I think the car actually came out pretty decent. Look at that. It's a nice little car. And that's going to do it for this video. There will be one more video. I know I keep saying that, but this car just will not go. There will be one more video after I clean it, after I get it all dolled up or whatever and ready to go. I'll do a quick video just showing around the car and all that. I'll put links for the listings wherever I'm going to post this thing. I'm still not sure where I'm going to advertise it. Probably all over the place, because the idea is to sell it, right? Got to get rid of it. So until then, that's it. All it needs now is a good wash, good interior detailing. That front area is kind of funky. I need to clean that. Not funky, it's just dusty and it's dirty. I got to clean it, and that's it, you know? So until then, I hope you've enjoyed this video. The final touches on the car with the suspension and the clunking. Like I said, it's 100 times better. It's not 100%. It's like 90% fixed. But the remaining, you know, that other, you know, I know it because I know it. But otherwise, if you didn't know it, you probably would never even notice the little bit of noise that it makes in the back. So as always, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Leave me any comments. Drola964 on Instagram. I keep saying I'm going to post more stuff there, but I don't. But anyway, I got to do that. Anyway, thank you for watching, as always, and stay tuned for the next one.